like that when I'm traveling.
We are live in the open house, tiny house in Ukiah. And there's my friends, the Mendo Tiny Homes, right? To become the very first legit. You've been doing tiny homes for a while, John Johnson, right?
A couple minutes.
Yeah. But this one is your first one for public consumption.
Yes.
Yay.
We're going to have a brand new 28-footer, and we're going to have a boneyard build 20-footer.
And what's the difference of the boneyard build versus the other one?
Well, the other one's all brand new everything. The boneyard build, and of course it'll be priced accordingly. The boneyard build, we're trying to keep them in the $20,000 to $30,000 range so everybody can afford them. But we're still using a lot of brand new stuff. They're just, it's stuff that got ordered and never picked up, so we get it real cheap. I mean, a lot of stuff like that, whether it's lumber, windows, materials. So.
And Wendy, what makes him qualified to be the boneyard builder?
All his years of experience.
Awesome. He's the deal finder. Am I right? Oh, yeah. Total deal finder. Have you been around him long enough?
I know.
I think you're a magnet for you attraction. And there's my brother who's just show us the shelf, Rob, in process. He's going to come right where you are, John. All right, so Alaska, give us the intro to why are we doing this weird wood project?
Because this is my new tiny house concierge workstation.
Woo!
How great is this? I can look out the window.
Dun, 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 which right now is like our neighbor. Hi, neighbor.
Me again. And then I can have Zoom meetings and all kinds of amazing. There's room for coffee. If there was one thing missing from my tiny house, it's been a workstation. And Rob has fixed that problem.
This is a English walnut slab, live edge slab,
And that will go up like that.
Still being glued up, so
yeah, it's in process.
And it'll have a flip up, and then brackets underneath it, so it'll be strongly supported, so you'll be able to push on it. So
we could not resist bringing the family. You know, if we had more time, you know, there'd be more projects, of course, with this crew here. But they've got their own project going on with Mendo Tiny Homes, which is the next up-and-coming tiny home builder that will be at the 3 shows in 2023, Bakersfield, Fresno, and Tiny Fest in San Diego. So if you want to see what comes out of the 707 area code, Northern California style, you got to come to those shows. And you already went to a show. What'd you think of it? Both of you went to the show.
I think no competition.
Oh! He's like, whoa. Did you enjoy seeing the build you saw and meeting the people?
It was enlightening, trust me.
Awesome. What about you? You enjoyed that. This is Danny.
Great experience. Yeah.
This is Danny, Wendy, and John. And did you pick away anything you're like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that? Design, quality, people.
A little bit of both. You know.
No, what do you think about the sauna?
I love the sauna.
I know.
I wish I had
you
that.
love the sauna.
I did it every day.
There you go. Rob used it last night.
Yeah.
Infrared. Okay, well, this is the open house version, Ukiah style. We're going to go outside and show one more cool little amendment that we did. Can I show that in the front?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. So we're nestled here. I have a funny story. John was the actual one that drove our tiny home in this driveway because there's no way I was going to do that then. I still needed 3 people to help me get it into this, but we did it, right? We actually did it without running over a tree. And here's a little thing, John, if you do the honors, that's not locked, but just slide that bolt open. You just kind of push this thing over. It's being fussy. There you go. Now open the door. La. You could not do the open the door as of day ago, yesterday, because we had to notch this out, and we also notched this out. Zoe, come here. It was just a weird thing that they didn't think of, and you could only open it partially. So things like that make you go hum. And now the door is fully closed. Thank you, Rob, for your grinder and your sander. And then we're putting in this. So within a matter of a day, my brother's already working on the desk, fixed the front gate you just saw to hold all the, plumbing and everything, and then is putting up this little door hanging thing. I don't know what sure it's called. And that is the on-demand hot water system that has been such a challenge. Notice the insulation inside. So we're just here on the old street in Ukiah, where our tiny home used even that ladder in this driveway. And this little street was an interesting one to get this tiny home curved right into there, but we did it. Beautiful. All right, friends, day 16 of the 2,600 mile trip. I think we only have 800 miles to go to get to Sequim, Washington. And we're going to be launching on Friday to go see a friend of mine there in Tiny Pine Foundation near Paradise in Orville, where they're building tiny homes for people that have lost their homes in the fire, which is pretty amazing. So, and then we're also going to go visit Forever Tiny Homes. And then the next day, we're going to go up to Roseburg and see our friends Renee and Zev from Tiny Fest for New Year's. And we're going to be rocking in the 2023 year. And we're super grateful for the tiny house of peace to keep Alaska warm, to have fit so easily in the driveway, and to welcome our friends here to come and take a look. All right, back to you. So question. What would you change about your tiny home if you have one? Or what are some of the things that you've learned about tiny homes that you otherwise didn't think of, that you want to make sure is in yours? Love to hear in the comments. Bye, everyone.